arrogance, the self-centeredness, the BS, and replace it with love. So here I was, this broken-hearted guy, okay, split wide open, and my feet were nowhere near the ground. And a friend calls me immediately after my wife dies, within weeks, and says, hey, man, can you help out my sister-in-law? She's moving here from Wyoming to the Bay Area because she has stage 4 breast cancer. Her name is Amanda. She's 38. And she has 3 children. Can you help her? I said, sure. So I took her to my late wife's oncologist and he ordered tests. So I went with Amanda for about 4 or 5 doctor's appointments. Now, Amanda was African-American, didn't have a husband, didn't have good insurance, didn't have any extra resources, maybe not the same personality as my wife, but she was treated so much differently than us that it just blew me away. But I didn't say nothing. I noticed, I observed, but I kept silent. Then we get back to my late wife's oncologist. He says, Amanda, the best protocol to extend your life are 3 chemotherapies simultaneously. Unfortunately, your insurance will only pay for 1, and that's all that I can give you. I'll be honest, I was blown away, flabbergasted. I didn't know that's how the way the world worked. I said, here, dude, here's my credit card. You give her whatever it is that she needs. That was the seed that later became the Love for Margot Foundation. And for 4 or 5 years in the San Francisco Bay Area, I would provide financial grants to women below the poverty line that were battling cancer. Oh, and I would give them $1,000 a month for 5 months. Why? Because they don't have money to begin with. Now they can't work. Now their expenses are gone up and they're screwed and there's no safety net. I could tell you stories that will blow your mind. I did that for 4 or 5 years. And guess what? They work 10% of the time. 90% of the time they get sicker, die, or just sicker. It was an unending thing, and it was a bad. Yeah. And I went through about $1.5 million. So I go, okay, now what? So I water purifiers, juicing machines, vegetables. Okay, let's strengthen your immune system as to offset the damage that they're doing to it. Well, after a year of that, now they think I'm their doctor. I go, okay, I'm a car salesman. This isn't sustainable. So that's why I build Mountains of Hope. And so I've seen the damage. What treatment of disease, okay? I've seen the damage that it does in real time. 9 years with my wife, over 200 women through my foundation. And that's why I built this place, because I want to charge people with money to come here and learn how to heal and transform. And then we take that profit and we provide these retreats for these women below the poverty line. They're battling cancer. So they can come here. And our other mission now, our other pro bono retreat is for these military guys that served in Iraq and Afghanistan. 25 a day are committing suicide because they're full of toxicity, physical from the vaccinations, the radiation, but the mind has been destroyed and they couldn't find their heart with both hands. They're in so much pain that they're killing themselves. So we want to do retreats for them. Bring them here and teach them. Now, we'll do different stuff for them, right? Because we got to heal that PTSD. So now we bring in other plant medicines and other things to expand their consciousness and realize that that's kind of an illusion. That suffering is really an illusion. And there's a whole nother consciousness that you can tap into there and begin to heal. So that's why we created it. And our whole thing is get the toxicity out, put in good nutrition, teach them how to get rid of stress, and inspire them to keep doing it.
I want so badly to help everybody that has cancer. Like, I see friends of mine that are getting it. I'm trying so hard to get them to look into alternative methods. That's, the machine, the people who own all the chemicals that give you cancer also own all the procedures to save you from cancer. I don't understand why you would do that.
In the hospitals, and they feed you. Have you seen what they feed people that go into hospitals? The same thing they gave them, the whatever they're in there for.
Yeah, everyone's view.
Chemicals put you in the hospital, then they feed you more chemicals. They treat you with chemicals unless your insurance runs out, and then they won't help you anymore.
Yeah, it's so interesting to me because, I hear, again, going back to my friend who goes to Europe and her daughter speaks 3 languages and all that stuff. And everybody just thinks that it's impossible for that to happen to America. And it is not. It is not impossible. It's just, it's just like the truth of the matter is like we are so propagandized here and it's like people aren't getting dumber. I hate to tell everybody, they're not getting dumber. Everybody's the same intelligence. It's just, what is the information that you are digesting? is it useful information or is it wasteful information? And what they've done to America, again, is just drowned us in useless information. So we aren't smart enough to understand how our government works, how our healthcare system works, how our law enforcement system works, how our taxes work, all that stuff. They don't want you to be smart enough to understand. Like, again, it's not that they're dumber. I'm sorry. I'll battle anybody on this. It's just like we all have the same mindset. We all have the same brains. Obviously, chemicals are coming in, changing stuff. But like, if you know who Kim Kardashian's with and you don't necessarily know how your government works, that's what they want. That's what they want. They're bombarding you with dumb.